A lot of pressure with that nasal stuff, a lot of pressure on men, you know, with all that bedroom stuff going on. And I figured, I saw March of the Penguins here in the cinema, and these guys have got a hard time getting laid. Penguins. Because they only have a space of 2 weeks every 4 years to mate, to make little babies. For the kids in the audience. And you know what they got to do? They got to walk 180 miles to get to the right spot. There's a certain spot. 180 miles in the blizzard and the snow with those little legs. Now, I wouldn't drive that far in the snow and blizzard for that sort of thing. And what doesn't make sense to me at all is, like, on the way, you'd be looking at your mate thinking, he looks like the girl once. Pull up at a glacier, be like mirrors, and have yourself a party. Brokeback Mountain style. No one needs to know. Who needs to walk all that way? Now, what gets me is they finally make the journey. Sometimes they're walking along, right? They're walking along, and while they're walking, they just stop. And the one in front goes, and one comes up and goes, I know the way, follow me. And then another one takes over the lead. And they're walking, and sometimes they're sliding on the stomach and that. And all this trouble, I'm thinking, so much effort, you know, for that sort of thing. Why don't they just, you know, sometimes when I get stuck and I can't find someone, I just sort of, I might put on some music, you know? You know, just light some candles. That doesn't have to be everyone around, you know, I can just sort of, and then I figured it out. They can't reach. They can't reach. They've got no choice. They have to make the journey. So what I'm thinking is, all right, they've got no choice. But when they get there, they practice their choice. You see them. They don't dive on the first penguin they see. They check them out. They think they're at a nightclub now. They're looking, they're winking. They're saying to mate, what do you think of her? He goes, mate, she looks just like your sister. Actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to go for her. So, all this trouble, you know, all this trouble. Yeah, they haven't got a choice. This was going somewhere, like penguins and all that. I've cut out a lot of it, you know, because PG rating today. But what I've done is, I've got a joke that you can take away. You know, my jokes, they don't work with other people. You've got to have the personality and the looks, you know. So what I've done is, like, for the kids in the audience and that, if you want to take a joke to school, is it school holidays? No, so Monday you're going to school? All right, I'll tell you a joke you can tell your friends, all right? All right, there's a car accident. It's a joke, so it didn't really happen, it's a joke. There's a car accident on the freeway, and when the police arrive, there's a man and a woman, and they've gone to heaven. And there's a monkey, but the monkey's still alive. And the two policemen, and the younger policeman says, you know what? I can talk to monkeys because I used to work in the zoo. So I'll ask the monkey what happened and why the accident happened. And keep it down, it's for the kids, all right? And so the young police officer goes to the monkey, Mr. Monkey, can you tell us what happened, you know? What were they doing? And the monkey goes like this. And he goes, and then what were they doing after that? And the monkey goes like this. And then he goes, and then what they were doing, you know? And the monkey goes like this. And he goes to the monkey, what were you doing? And the monkey goes like this. very much.